This is Jay Williams from Galveston County, Texas, in the music room in Waxahachie, Texas. Does the flower you hold hide a secret untold in the colors that I cannot see? Did I close my third eye to the source of the light? Show me, lead me, please let me see. When the storm's in the air, does the brush follow there? Does the arc trace a path to the dream? Is the birthplace of art in the void of the heart? Show me, lead me, please let me see. Did I see more when younger? Can I wake from this slumber? Is the world filled with wonder that I do not see? I can see through your eyes where the young bluebirds fly. Will you take me, awake me, oh please let me see, let me see. Do the birds come to life as the colors go dry? Are there portals that they lead me to? From the canvas they fly to a place beyond sky. Show me, lead me, please let me see. Did I see more when younger? Can I wake from this slumber? Is the world filled with wonder that I do not see? I can see through your eyes where the young bluebirds fly. Will you take me, awake me, please let me see, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Thank you very much.
Well, welcome you too, buddy. It's good to have you.
Thank you for letting me be here. This next one is a new song. Was inspired by a friend of mine whose mother had died a few years before, but she received a phone call from a fellow in Missouri who was 90 years old and introduced himself by saying that he and her mother had had a summer romance in 1945 in Hobbs, New Mexico, when he was in the Army at the end of World War II. After the war had ended, he went back to Missouri. They never saw each other again. He had subsequently married, raised a family, but his wife had died and my friend's mother had died as well. So he called to introduce himself and ask about her life. as he was closing in on the end of his. And toward the end of the conversation, he said, "Did she ever mention my name?" And I decided that phrase needed to have a song attached to it. And so this is it. This is called "Did She Ever Mention My Name?" She was 17 and 45. I watched her close, I caught her eye. We talked a while, and then some more. We talked of life, we talked of war. The world was big, but we were small. I was serving in New Mexico. The desert moon cast a spell. The night we shared the dance that lovers know well. Then the war was done and we said goodbye. I don't remember if she cried. I went back home, I started life, another year. I met my wife. We worked the farm and we raised our kids. We led our life like others did. But every once in a while, I'd like to think about the girl from 45. We made our choice and I went away. I don't regret the life I made. I loved my wife and I loved my kids. But now and then I would wonder if, when the moon was high and bright, did she dream of summer nights? Did I ever cross her mind? Did she ever mention my name? And now she's gone, and my wife too. I'm 90 now and my years are few. I wonder if there's a photo of the girl I loved when we were young. I'd love to see her face again and remember way back when. I'd love to see just one more time the eyes of the girl I loved in 45. Made our choice and I went away. I don't regret the life I made. I loved my wife and I loved my kids. But now and then I would wonder if, when the moon was high and bright, did she dream of summer nights? Did I ever cross her mind? Did she ever mention my name? Did she ever mention my name?
Well, I think you got a winner there with that new song. I really like it. Great story song.
Good.
You know, the cool thing, too, about that, the whole the summer of 45 thing is that a world war ended that year, and yet we were entered into the nuclear age at the same time. Mm-hmm. Kind of a flip side of the coin, you know.
Right.
Cool. Interesting. Good song.
Well, this next one is my attempt, I guess, at adopting some of the characteristics of rap, which has lots of quick words and lots of extra rhymes, and it's not quite rap, but I'm stealing some of the characteristics. So this is called Break Free. rainbow's on in monotone, your rectal tone is dead. Daltonism causes schism, blinds you to the human prism. Cannot find the rhythm of the universal optimism. Open up the window, taking all the color outside. The sun is shining bright, it opens up a cloudy mind. So shine now, now, now. Your mind is tight and not you need some color for your thoughts. Take the crayons from your box and break free. Other color shoes may tread on streets that you refuse, but then the cobbles that they choose may have a truth that you could use. Another path, another road, some reaching out, some walk alone. Don't miss that multicolor show by putting on a judge's robe. Open out the window, taking all the color outside. The sun is shining bright, it opens up a cloudy mind. So shine now, now, now. Your mind is tight and not you need some color for your thoughts. Take those crayons from your box and break free. Visualize another mom, another home, another tongue, another ear to help you hear the beating of an open heart and a different drum. Now hold that picture in your brain, a different life, another name. An altered blood runs through your veins. Now see if you still feel the same. Open up the window, taking all the color outside. The sun is shining bright, it opens up a cloudy mind. So shine now, now, now. Your mind is tight and not you need some color for your thoughts. Take those crayons from your box and break free. Break free. Break free. Break free. Break free.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's got a good groove
well,
to it.
yeah, but the thing I don't know why. Like I'm hearing Honey House do that. I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody is.
Yeah, and you know what else I was hearing? I
I
was thinking to myself, I could hear a really cool upright bass and djembe with that song. That'd be so awesome.
Which is the advantage and disadvantage, because when I'm writing something that is not strictly folk music like that, what I hear in the back of my head is I can feel Stevie Wonder's band back behind me playing all this stuff, full band back there.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to put it out on a acoustic
I like
guitar.
that saxophone solo right there.
That's right.
No, I mean, you acoustically, it's great. I'm just saying that if I was a producer or something and I had you in the studio recording that, I'd definitely have a djembe player or a cajon, whatever, and a bass, upright bass. I could just hear it.
Yeah, I can hear all of that stuff while I'm singing. I hear that.
Yeah. your little special band in your mind,
That's right.
What's next?
The next song is, I was listening to some Hayes Carl a while back, and he has one about the long way home, which is a very beautiful song. It's been covered by some other folks, but it got me thinking about home and what home means. And so this song is a derivative of that. This is called We Can Find Home. Searching for the seven wonders, listening to the different drummers, trying on another skin, stepping out, then falling into home. we can find home. We can find home. Flying blind can lead to visions. Open minds will unlock prisons. Holding hands can make us stronger. Chasing sunsets makes us long for home. We can find home. We can find home. It's an ancient force that cannot leave a stone that's not turned. A daring heart will find another way. But the airports and the highways circle back to you. And home is better than it was. Home is not just where you started. Set your sails for seas uncharted. The butterflies that we pursue will create a wonderful new home. We can find 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 home.
That's nice.
Thank you. This one's a very old song. I wrote this one back in the 70s, and it's not actually a true story, but nonetheless, the story still happens. It's called Borderline. We were camping up the Rio Grande in the south of the Big Bend, close to the borderline. The moon was new and the stars were bright. The crickets humming was the only sound in the night. Voices woke us after 2 a.m. A group of people heading north up from the Rio Grande. Must have been at least a dozen or more, but a pretty little girl was all I saw. Must have been about 6 years old. She squeezed her daddy's hand. The borderline would let her go if she ran. The sound of trucks and then the flashing lights. The people scattered out into the rocks and the desert night. I turned around, the little girl was gone. I never knew if she went north or headed home. must have been about 6 years old. She squeezed her daddy's hand. The borderline would let her go if she ran. Sometimes I wake up late at night. I can see her big brown eyes staring at me. She's probably now about 17. Sometimes I dream about where she might be. If she's living in Mexico, she's got a kid on a hard dirt floor and another's inside. If she's living in Santa Fe, she's the high school queen in the spring parade. But she must have been about 6 years old when she squeezed her daddy's hand. The borderline would let her go if she ran.
Nice. Your songs have a good descriptive quality to them. I like that.
I wrote at various times, but never really felt much of a theme. And then a couple of, maybe a little more than that, 3 years ago, I said, well, there is some theme. You know, a lot of the songs either refer to or take place in Texas. And
good place to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is that aspect.
People either from here or wish they were.
That's right. The most popular live webcam in the world is one that is photographing or recording an eagle's nest, a bald eagle's nest in Decorah, Iowa, and has been for several years. And they chronicle throughout the year this pair of bald eagles for several years now, quite a few years, and they come and build up their nest, same nest. Actually, they changed nest one time, but same nest, same area, on a live webcam that goes across the world. They generally will lay 3 eggs, and they generally will hatch all 3, although this year they lost one, so they had 2 hatches, and they're now, these 2 little eaglets are now in the nest being raised, and it's on camera right now. And then in a few more weeks, they will get big enough to start flopping around, and eventually they will take off. Every year it's through the same process for this couple, which is, as I say, I think they've been going on for like 10 years, this same couple of bald eagles that have been hatching eaglets. And so anyway, we got involved in watching the story, and so this song is from the point of view of one of the eaglets that is hatched in Decorah, Iowa. This is called Flying. The sun is rising high, it warms me with the morning light. The dawn is breaking clear, the sky is growing ever bright. The air is fresh and clean, me with the breath of life. I can see it all, and you are there. Spring is coming on, and everything is going green. The trees are reaching up, they're showing off their brand new leaves. My wings are growing strong, I feel them lifting in the breeze. I can feel it all, and you are there. Hey, look at me, I'm flying. I'm way up high among the clouds. The window to the world opens in decorum. Come and watch me fly away. My brother's branching near, my sister's storming out ahead. The weather's turning clear, the path is open up ahead. We're heading for the skies, our eyes are focused straight ahead. I can see it all, and you are there. Hey, look at me, I'm flying. I'm way up high among the clouds. The window to the world opens in decorum. Come and watch me fly away. Hey, look at me, I'm flying. I'm way up high among the clouds. The window to the world opens in decorum. Come and watch me fly away. Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah.
It had a Poetry Man quality.
Yeah.
Phoebe Snow
Yeah,
Yeah.
quality to it,
Yeah.
who I dearly love.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a drinker, but this is the story of my very first drink.
I was hoping you were going to do this.
It's a little bit fictionalized, but there's a grain of truth to it. This is called I Never Want to Feel That Way. Jimmy came round the corner. He had a silly grin on his face. Under his arm, a paper bag with a jar. had a secret that just could not wait. Well, I was a month shy of 16, and Jimmy was just 1 year more. He showed me the prize, it was Jack Daniel's surprise. We sat down at once to explore. He passed me the bag and then he started to brag, and I decided to give it a try. I took a big swallow, but my insides went hollow, and I spit it right in his eye. I went like this. Bling, blee, I blee, blue, rap, coop, up the baby, got to do. Jimmy laughed until he cried, but I was burning up inside, and I never wanna feel that way. I never wanna feel that way. Well, 2 hours later, it was all gone. We walked the streets to 4:15. I was dizzy and crazy, and things were awful hazy when I met my dad at the front door. He looked at my condition, stated his position, said there wasn't any other way. If I could count to 10 and say it backwards once again, then I could live to see another day. This is what I said. Bling, 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 rappa, kappa, doo, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, doo, ba, da, bow. I couldn't speak English, but if I had one wish, I never wanna feel that way. I never wanna feel that way. Well, next morning about 7, I dropped out of bed straight to my knees. I had a knife in my forehead and a rocket in my ears. My stomach gave me no sympathy. I went to the bathroom, but I didn't think I'd have room to do everything I was gonna do. I became acquainted with how the porcelain was tainted. I had a toilet bowl, waterfront view. I went bling bling a bling up a cup of doo ba da ba ba da ba chee chee bow. I drugged myself back to bed and I swore I'd rather be dead than ever have to feel that way. I never wanna feel that way. I never wanna feel that way. Thank you.
A very relatable song for many, many people.
I think Little Richard put it wop bopaloo bop. Yeah.
Well, I responded when Randy Brown was here and
yes.
you posted that, and I said hello to Randy and said hello to you. And
yeah, I remember
when Randy and I played at Anderson Fair. And
he's a hoot. I like him.
He is. And I played that song, and he said, "Well, there's the song. There's the line of the night. Now if I can remember what it was, a toilet bowl waterfront view."
Yeah. That's great.
I can see him liking that.
He loved that line.
Yeah.
He kept repeating that one.
That's one of those lines that you either fall into or you did a lot of thought into. I'm not going to ask you if you fell into a toilet front. Never mind.
All right. Well, I got one more
Song?
One more song.
Okay.
In the Texas Gulf Coast, we have two kinds of pelicans. We have brown pelicans, which were the ones actually that were threatened, and now they've rebounded very well. But there are also white pelicans. But the white pelicans are migratory, and they actually spend their winters in Texas and all along the Gulf Coast, and then they go up to Canada where they actually hatch their young and build their nests and all that kind of stuff. And they go back and forth, and in great big flocks, 30, 40, 50 birds in the flocks. And we enjoy watching them down on Galveston Bay and on the Galveston Island. And we took some pictures of them, and I was thinking about what is the process? Who is it that makes the call that says, today's the day, we're going back to Canada? And I started projecting that. And so I wrote this song from the point of view of the white pelicans as they were about to depart back for Canada. This is called Fly Away. Wake up now, Nene, I think it's today. The waters are churning, there's foam on the bay. The east wind is blowing the taste of the sea. The season is changing, it's calling to me to fly away. Let's gather the young ones, we'll pull them along. Call for the old ones, they'll have to be strong. Circle the island and say our goodbyes. Lift our wings twice, we'll rise to the skies and fly away. Ooh, fly away, fly away, north to Alberta. The long winter's over, now we can rise, fly away. We'll follow the rivers, we'll follow the sun, follow our heartbeats, we'll find our way home. Go to the north, to the mountains and streams, find the cold waters, the island of dreams, and fly away. Ooh, fly away, fly away, north to Alberta. The long winter's over, now we can rise, and we'll fly away, fly away, north to Alberta. The long winter's over, now we can rise, and we'll fly. Thank you very much.
You know, you take that image and you do wonder about, you know, here's these birds and they take off out of Galveston Bay. It's warm, it's humid, and they head at whatever altitude they fly. And they cross a lot of country to get to an area. And it must be a beautiful view from up there when they get up to Canada and they get up there to where those, you know, the weather's totally different than what they just left. And
dry and cold or cool, and
yeah, totally different thing. So it's nature has its own great qualities.
I know, and they do it every year. They we used to track them a little bit, and they leave Galveston Bay in late April, sometimes mid-April, and then they come back in October. It's fun to watch. They're all gone now.
And they like reggae, which is good.
That's
I want to thank Jay Williams for coming up tonight and spending the time with us. We're going to come back and visit with you here in just a minute.
Great. Thank you.
You bet.